Hello, everyone. It's so wonderful to be here with all of you. See some familiar faces. Um, so let me get started. Today, I just want to tell you a little bit about my journey into getting into the fashion industry. I don't have a degree in fashion. In fact, I wasn't encouraged to pursue any kind of creative career. My earliest fashion memories to do with fashion and style and influence were the women in my family, the matriarchs of my family. I used to sit for hours just watching my grandma, my mom, my aunt get ready, and the ritual of getting ready, putting on makeup and finding the clothes. I thought it was just so beautiful, and they're just so feminine and stylish in their own ways. And I actually had really, really powerful and independent matriarchs, but my journey wasn't exactly the same. So I was not confident at all until about 17 and 18. And that has to do with having a difficult childhood. Um, my mother was very, very soft spoken, and my father was kind of I would say he was the leader, yet more dominating in the family. And like I was talking to Deborah before, if you saw, I am from a Muslim background, and so usually in Islamic families, and there's a lot of patriarchy, and unfortunately, it's very much patriarchy dominated. So women has very little say in this kind of system. And so I was given equal opportunities to study, but I was not heralded as a career woman, like, or encouraged to pursue a career and anything kind of significant. I was asked to study because that gives you a good ranking in society and when you're going to get married. But I was not encouraged, and especially to do with creative talents. My father just told me that, that's going to make you no money. However, I did have artistic tendencies as a young person. But anyway, my style was all over the place until my early 20s. And after I became a little confident, I started to have fun with my style and just started experimenting. It was university. And what happened then was I met my now ex-husband, and I went into a completely Asian lifestyle because he was living in India. We moved to India. I had to adopt a completely Indian dressing. So I left all of my Western culture. I was raised in Bangkok, so I was in an international society. As I was growing up in an international community, I had friends from America, from Europe, from everywhere. So I grew up with this international culture. I left it all, went into complete Asian and a complete male dominated society. And it was such a traumatism for me. And needless to say, someone with my kind of personality, I've always kind of been a black sheep in my family. It didn't work out. It didn't remain. So once my son was one, I got a divorce, and after that, it was like a volcano erupted inside of me, and I was just so passionate suddenly about discovering who I was as a person, what makes me happy, and that included finding my authentic personal style. And so I just went for it. And one of the things I did was try to find what was the pastime I really, really loved doing. And one of the things I found when I was married is YouTube. I found and so much solace in connecting with people online, even though I didn't know them. And I just started watching these women and people on YouTube. talking about beauty, talking about fashion. And I really, really related because I couldn't engage in hardly any of these things. I could do makeup, but I could not pursue the fashion. And so I thought to myself, now is my chance to get behind the other end of the screen. So I started my YouTube channel, and I started out as a beauty YouTuber. Then I made a fashion video, and it actually got so much attention that I started doing more and more fashion videos. And suddenly I started getting press attention. And it was because I was one of the only expatriate channels talking about fashion in Bangkok. And after that, it was just like I started attracting the right kind of social circles. I was friends with designers who asked me to come and style their shoots for them. And with the press attention and everything, I just like began attracting all the things that I wanted into my life. Whereas in the beginning, I was told that none of this was possible for me. I could not pursue a career in anything creative because it would make you no money. And I just want anyone who is on their journey of self-discovery today to know that it is so possible for you if you just keep doing whatever you love each day, even if it's something that is like YouTube. And I wasn't getting paid for it, but it was my passion. I wanted to connect with people. I have a story for you. So you remember when the internet started and there were these chat rooms? I was the person to go into a chat room and talk to complete strangers. That is how strange I was, because I feel a connection with every single one of you on the screen. And I don't know why that is. I've always been weird like that. So YouTube, thank you. YouTube was something really, really revolutionary for me. And another thing is because of YouTube, I also started my influencer career. And back when I was a teenager, there was nothing called influencer. And I remember that I always had a affinity to take, I always loved taking photos and, styling different outfits and going in front of a photo. There was nothing like an influencer. So I used to ask my brother to take my photos. And and now it's just become this whole career. So whatever you're thinking of, you can create it in this world. It's so possible, and there are so many possibilities to do whatever you want to do. And so let's fast forward to Paris. So how I got here was after I started my fashion career 8 years ago, I met a French man when I was in Bangkok, and we had a child together. So my second child. I came here to Paris, and in Paris, I knew no one. So essentially, I had to start from scratch. And in fashion, it's all about networking. It's all about knowing who you know. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to take a risk here and I'm going to start personal shopping. So I put myself on a platform and I just started taking tours. And that's how I found out about this beautiful connection that I can build with my passion for fashion and also my passion for connection. And that is how essentially I became a style consultant. I launched my business in 2020 during COVID, and it has skyrocketed. And I only attribute it to doing what I love. And because I'm so passionate about it, and I'm so passionate about connecting with people and just doing what I love every day, that's gotten me to where I am. So I just love to encourage every single one of you watching who, just do what you love every single day. And that's just going to get you one step closer to what you love. And so I'm going to end my talk here. Thank you so much for everyone listening, everyone being a part of this, and thank you.